Hey, this is a yoga flow practice for shoulders, hips, and core. Not the most traditional yoga practice, but a nice opening, strengthening yoga flow. Starting with shoulders, moving down to the hips, and of course, always including the core. We'll do quite a few malasanas, yogi squats. So if you know you need height under your heels, you can grab blocks. Small towel, anything to set under your heels. Other props you don't really need for this one. And in the end, we will work a little bit on the headstand. So throughout the practice, we are also preparing for that. A little inversion in the end. Yep, grab your yoga mat and let's get started. Find a comfortable seat. You can sit on your heels if you're okay sitting like this for a little while. You can always sit on the block between your heels or simple cross-legged. Anything feels good to start with. We're gonna stay here for a while. Before we start moving, let's take a moment to arrive. So go ahead, rotate the shoulders back and down. Close your eyes, soften your face. Just a short moment here. Observe first how you're doing. How you're doing today. How is your body? What's in your mind? How is your breath? A little scan through your body, through your mind. And then start to let go. Let go of everything happened earlier. Try to empty your mind. Simply arriving to this moment, to your practice. Start to take it deeper. Inhale, deeper exhale. Start to breathe all the way to your belly. Exhale completely. And inhale, feel up your belly, your ribs, your chest. Exhale out from your chest, from your ribs, from your belly. So really feel up your belly like a balloon. Your ribs widen, your chest rises. Exhale, soften your chest down, ribs gently in, belly in. Inhale, feel up your belly, your ribs, your chest. Exhale out from your chest, from your ribs, from your belly. Inhale, feel up your belly, your ribs, your chest. And exhale, soften your chest, your ribs, your belly. Take one more inhale, feel up your belly, ribs widen, chest rises. And exhale slowly out from your chest, from your ribs, from your belly. Even breath, a little bit longer. A little bit deeper, a little fuller than before. You can keep your eyes closed. Just bring the chin into your chest. And slowly drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Let both shoulders drop down. Bring the chin into your chest and to the other side, left ear towards the left shoulder. Press both shoulders down. Keep going, chin in, over to your right. Maybe tilt your head back a little. Feel the throat as well, the front side. And from the center, over to the left. Gently lifting the chin up. Again, through the center, swap over to your right. Shoulders heavy. Through the center. Over to your left. And then bring chin into your chest slowly. Lift your head up, rotate the shoulders back and down. And go ahead, open your eyes. Change your seated position if you feel like, simple cross-legged. If you're okay here, stay here. We start to warm up a little more. So reach your fingers forward, palms facing each other's. And now start to open your arms. Push the chest forward. Cat cow seated. So really reach your fingers behind your chest forward. Broaden your collarbones out, rotate your shoulders. And now bring the hands together, tuck the tailbone under, round your spine, the space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, roll over your sit bones, push the chest forward, shoulders back, open. And exhale, round in, hug your heart. Inhale, chest forward, shoulders open. And exhale, rounding in, hugging in, hands together. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, round in. One more inhale, chest forward, maybe look up. And exhale, round in, tailbone under. Now straighten your spine. Turn your palms facing out. Bring the right over your left and interlace your fingers. Start to bend your elbows. Bring the fist towards your heart and swap it the other way. Straighten as you can. Open your shoulders. Look up. Again, bring the fist in. Swap the other way around. Round your spine. Tuck the tailbone under when you reach the fist forward. Again, bend your elbows, bring it in, open. Open your heart, open your shoulders. Bend it in, swap it around and around, tailbone under. Inhale, open your shoulders. Exhale, around, and this time keep rounding, start to extend your fist up to the ceiling. Maybe look up, really lengthen your side bodies. If you can get your head through, do it so that biceps are behind your ears. Really lengthen side bodies. Otherwise, go ahead and just bend your elbows to the side. Open your elbows. Now we want to bend sideways. So start to reach over to your right like you want to lift your ribs, the left side of your ribs to the up diagonal. You can even roll your hips over to your left. Up and over, swap it to the other side. Lift your right ribs up diagonally. Really lifting up. Come to the center. You can do all the same when your elbows are bent, like you want to lift your elbow, your ribs up. Back to the center. And over to the other side. Back to the center. Nice. Release your hands and rotate the shoulders a couple of times. I'm gonna change my position to cross-legged. Feel free to change anytime. Feels better for now. Let's go to the other side. The little cat cows first. So reach your fingers forward. Roll over your sit bones, tuck the tailbone under and really round your spine. And then open your arms, push the chest forward. Cow pose. Exhale, your cat, round. Inhale, open, reach back behind you. Exhale, round. Really try to move the space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, open. Let's do one more round. Exhale, round in. Inhale, push forward. And come back to the center. Turn the palms facing out, and this time to the left or your right. Interlace your fingers. Start to bend your elbows, bring the fist in, swap it the other way around, and outer rotate. Open your chest, maybe look up. Bend again, swap the other way around, and this time you wanna round, roll over your sit bones. Bend, open, extend to your range. Shoulders back, chest up. And exhale, round tailbone under, really diving in. Inhale, open, extend. And exhale, bend around. This time, keep reaching forward all the way up to the ceiling. Maybe look up, really lengthen side bodies. If you can get your head through, bring it, squeeze the biceps behind your ears. And then we're gonna bend over to the left, lifting the right ribs up diagonally. And back to the center. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, back to the center. Same if your elbows are bent. Just lifting the elbow, your ribs up. Back to the center. Again, lifting up, lengthen up. Back to the center. Release your arms. And rotate the shoulders a couple of times. Nice. One more here. Now open your arms out to the side. Turn the palms facing up. Bend your elbows. Squeeze the elbows a little closer to your side bodies. Like you want to even turn the palms slightly more facing back. Really outer rotating. Now bring the left or bend your left elbow. Bring the left fingers into your shoulder. And dive, reach out. In the end, your left palm is facing up and your left shoulder is inner rotated. Bend your left elbow again, palm facing up. Same the other side. Right fingers in, dive, reach out, shoulder inner rotated and palm is facing up. Bend and find your outer rotation again. Keep going. Bend your left, reach out, inner rotation left, outer rotation right. And you can start to bend your right when you return your left. So keep going. It's a nice little warm-up twist for your upper back. And really get this outer rotation, inner rotation going on. And make sure your fingers are active here as well. So you really want to reach your fingers out. So you really feel the whole arm, the energy moving out, twisting, outer rotating, inner rotating. Feel all the way to your lats, to your side bodies. You can turn your head, look over. The shoulder that is inner rotated. Or why not the other way around, the shoulder that is outer rotated. Add on a little more twist, so then you can open a little more to the back. Should feel the work on your shoulders as well. Nice. And last one. Here we are. Rotate the shoulders back and down. Maybe shake your hands. And then find your way to your child's pose. Make sure you're slightly more at the back of your mat. Keep the knees about hip distance apart and just walk your hands forward. You can keep your child's pose active for now, just really reaching your fingers forward at the same time. Allow the hips sink down to your heels. You can release your forehead down, but keep lengthening your fingers forward. You can always come up to your fingertips as well. Shoulders away from your ears, but really lengthen side bodies. Take a couple of inhales and exhales here. Inhale to really lengthen, reach out and exhale, hips heavy on your heels. Inhale, create more space. And exhale, ground your sit bones down. Now inhale, shift the body weight forward, chaturanga, but keep the knees on the floor, hug the elbows in. Press back and let the hips sink down to your heels, to your child's pose. Keep reaching forward with your fingers. Keep going like this. Shift body weight forward, chaturanga. One straight line, but knees on the floor. For now, back into your child's pose. Body weight forward, elbows in, shoulders open. Use your spider grip. If that's something you like to practice with, really gripping the mat. Pressing all knuckles down. All fingertips down. Let's do one more like this. Hug the elbows in. And to your child's pose. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up and find your down dog. Feel free to paddle your heels. Take a moment to open the back side of your legs. You can shift your hips side to side. Side to side. Really finding your ground as well. Really feel how you can shift the weight to your hands. All four corners of your feet. Really feeling the ground underneath you, how you can spread the weight even. And then roll the body weight forward to a high plank. Chaturanga or knees on the floor, hug the elbows in. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, lift your hips up to your down dog. Again, you can move here. Really try to find your ground, start to reach the heels a little closer to the floor. Roll the body weight forward to high plank. Knees on or off the floor, hug the elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, lift your hips up to your down dog. Now keep the distance between your hands and your feet. Just bend your knees. Start to bring the hips down to your heels, to your floating child's pose. Shift the body weight forward, chaturanga, hug the elbows in. Again, shift the body weight back to your floating child's pose. Knees hovering. Body weight forward, chaturanga. Press back to your floating child's pose. So you're not lifting your hips so far up. Keep the hips low. Press back into your floating child's. Let's do one more. Chaturanga, elbows in. Press back into your floating. Last one here, chaturanga. And keep going. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And then lower the knees down. Hips down to your heels to your child's pose. This time turn the palms facing up, bend your elbows a little so you get the shoulders away from your ears. Take a moment here. And then just drop your head so your head is leaning to your left upper arm, left shoulder away from the ear, and right fingers reaching up to the ceiling, taking a twist. Back of your left hand on the floor. Try to soften your shoulders. And release the right hand down. Flip the back of your hand down. Bend your elbow so you get the shoulder away from the ear. Lean the head onto your right upper arm. And left fingers reaching up to the ceiling. Really open your chest. Hips heavy on your heels. And slowly release. Reach your fingers forward, lengthen side bodies, and then just walk your hands back under your shoulders. Roll up. Now come stand on your knees. So come stand on your knees. Knees are hip distance apart. Push your hips forward a little, lengthen your hip flexors, and then open your right leg to the side. Right toes pointing forward. Really try to push your hips forward. Really lengthen from the front. Open your arms out to the side. And then bend over to your right. You can bring the right fingers to your calf, to the side of your thigh. Maybe turn the palm facing up and make sure we are not rounding in. So push your hips forward. Keep the left hip flexors straight and just bend sideways. You can turn the left pinky in so the left shoulder is away from the ear. Really keep the left glute active as well. Pushing your hips forward, lifting the navel in and up. Inhale to lengthen and exhale gently deepen. Come back to the center. We're gonna go the other way. By the way, we're gonna stay on the left knee for quite a long time. So if you need any cushion, if you wanna roll the mat, double it up, do it. If you feel any sensitivity on the knee, put something under your knee. I could have said that earlier, but you can do it still. Then we're gonna go to the other side. So bring the left fingers down, or if you have a block, that's always good one too. Push your hips forward. You can flatten your hand down and reach your right fingers over. Same thing here. Try to really push your hips forward to keep the left hip flexors straight. Turn the right pinky in. Get the shoulder away from the ear. And then start to bring the body weight a little more over to your left shoulder over your left wrist. So you can float the right leg off the floor. Keep pushing your hips forward. Open your chest. Now lower the right foot down. Really flatten the pinky toe edge down as well. And start to lighten the left knee off the floor. Bring the right elbow to your left knee. Lower the knee down again. Push your hips forward. Shift the body weight over your left wrist and float the right leg off the floor. Release down. Now press the left hand, right foot down. Left knee lightens. Bring the elbow to your knee. Squeeze in. And with the control, lower down. Hips forward. Float the right leg off the floor. Open your heart as well. Lower the right foot down. Lighten the left knee. Elbow to your knee. Squeeze it in. And lower. Lift and float. Open the front side of your body. Lower down. And elbow to your knee. Find your side core. And lower down. Float the right leg off the floor. Now we're gonna stay here. Reach your right fingers up to the ceiling. Flex your right toes and swing the right leg in front of you. Keep it parallel with the floor. Then swing the right leg back behind you. You can bend your knee. Open your heart a little. Again, flex your toes. Swing in front of you. And then swing behind you. You can bend the knee. Open your heart. Reach your toes a little closer to the back of your head. Inhale in front of you. There is an imaginary table under your right leg, so the leg stays parallel to the floor. Inhale in front of you. Exhale, swing behind you, maybe bend. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen to the side. Bring the right foot down, and one more time we float the left knee off the floor. Now you can try to bring the right elbow to the outside. So with the help of your elbow, you can lift the knee a little higher. Really fire up your side core. Hold it here. Now release. Left knee down. Push your hips forward. Lighten your left fingers off the floor. With the help of your core, bring the body upright. Nice. We're gonna stay here just a little longer. So bring the arms up overhead, interlace your fingers. Release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, push your hips forward a little again. Activate your left glute. Try to open, lengthen your hip flexors, and then bend over to your right. Right shoulder slightly forward, really just sideways, navel in and up. Come back to the center. Over to the other side, but keep the weight even. Keep the weight on your right foot as well. Just a little bit less side bend this time. Just to control. Left shoulder forward. Open the right shoulder. Push your hips forward. Come back to the center. Drop your chin into your chest. Keep pushing your hips forward. Start to round. So this time you really want to round. Imagine there is a line. Up and over that line, you want to reach your fingers down, but you don't want to tilt your hips back. You want to keep pushing your hips forward, tailbone pointing more or less down. So you can scoop the tailbone under, keep reaching. Try not to lean your hips back. And once your fingers reach the floor, then flatten your hands down. So your hands are quite close to your left knee. You want to press away from the floor, really rounding your spine, the space between your shoulder blades, and push your hips forward. Tuck your tailbone under. So try not to lean back with your hips, really pushing your hips forward, rounding a little more. Really find your core here. You can tuck your left toes under. Keep rounding, keep tucking the tailbone under. Can you shift the body weight just slightly more onto your left and float the right leg off the floor? Release the right foot down. Now tuck your left toes under, press the left toes down, tailbone under, and just hover the left knee off the floor. And lower. So we don't want to widen the sit bones, just squeezing in. Again, float the right leg off the floor. And lower. Float the left knee off the floor. And lower. Tailbone pointing more or less down as much as you can. Turn the tailbone under, turn the tailbone under. Float the left knee off the floor. And maybe the left toes off the floor just for a moment. Try to find your balance here. Tailbone under, press the mat away. Nice. Release the left knee down. You can untuck your left toes. And slowly find your way up. Reach your fingers out to the side. Start to twist over to your right. And then fold forward. Find your right foot with your hands. Open your chest and lower the chest down. Try to get your right toes pointing forward if possible. You can always, of course, auto-rotate a little more, but if possible, press the right pinky toe edge down and just fold forward. Over your right leg. Take a twist. If you have your left elbow on the floor, keep holding your right ankle, keep the left elbow on the floor, and right fingers reaching up to the ceiling. Otherwise, flatten your hands and take a twist. Try to soften your shoulders the best you can. Release the twist, bring the hands down inside your right foot, flex your right toes up, and then start to sit back onto your left heel. Flex your right toes up and fold forward over your right leg. Bring the body upright, bring the left hand behind you, swing your right fingers up and over, push your hips forward, chest up, open the front side of your body. And then with the control, sit the hips down onto your left heel and swing the upper body over your right leg. Keep going, left hand slightly behind you. Lift your hips, lift your chest, open the front side of your body. And exhale, sit back, swing, fold forward over your right leg. Inhale, left hand behind you, open the front side of your body. And exhale, sit back and fold forward. One more, hand behind you. Lift your hips, lift your chest. And see if you can bring the body weight to your right foot, to your left hand. Lighten the left knee off the floor. Maybe extend the left leg forward. And then with the control, lower the hips down. bring your legs together and fold forward to your Paschimottanasana. Inhale to lengthen shoulders back, chest forward, lengthen the back of your neck. And exhale, fold forward over your thighs. You can always hold your shins anywhere you can hold. Find a length first, and through the length to lower down little by little. Inhale, creating space. And exhale, releasing down. Inhale, find that space. And exhale, lower down. Release. Cross your ankles and maybe take a vinyasa before we go to the other side. Exhaling, hug the elbows in. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, hips up. Down dog. Lower the knees down. And then we're gonna swap it to the other side. I'm gonna turn facing you. So now open the left leg to the side. Same thing here, really push your hips forward. Try to keep your right glute active, hip flexors straight. Open your arms out to the side, and then we're gonna bend over to the left. If you can, turn the left toes facing forward, press the pinky toe edge down. Good, but feel free to open if that's better for your knee. Reach your fingers over to your left leg, maybe turn the palm facing up, right fingers over your head, and make sure to push the hips forward, lift the navel in and up. Try not to sit back. Turn the pinky in, shoulder away from the ear. A couple of inhales and exhales here. Inhale, creating space, and exhale to deepen. Slowly come back to the center, the other way around. Bring the right fingers closer to the floor, maybe on your block. Reach your left fingers overhead, turn the pinky in. Still keep pushing your hips slightly forward. Flatten your hand down if possible. Keep extending. You can slide your fingers out, shift the body weight more over your right wrist so you can float the left leg off the floor, shoulder away from the ear. Lower the left foot down, press the left hand, right hand down, lighten the right knee off the floor, elbow to your knee, squeeze in. With the control, lower the knee down, shift the body weight over your wrist, float the left leg off the floor, keep the hip flexors straight. Lower the foot down, lighten the knee off the floor, elbow meets your knee. With the control, lower down. Float the leg off the floor, keep opening the front side of your body. And lower down. Knee lightens off the floor, squeeze it in. And lower. Float the leg off the floor, push your hips forward a little, shoulders open. Lower down, elbow to your knee. Lower down, one more round I think. Float the leg off the floor, open your heart. Lower down. Right knee lifts. Lower down. And float the left leg off the floor. This time stay here. Reach your left fingers up to the ceiling. Keep the left leg parallel to the floor. Swing the toes in front of you. And then swing the leg back behind you. You can bend your knee. Parallel to the floor. Flex your toes in front of you. And behind. Maybe toes closer to your head. In front of you. Keep pushing your hips forward now. Try to lengthen the right hip flexor. In front, behind, last one, inhale, and exhale. Nice. Extend the left leg to the side. Lower the foot down. One last time, really ground your right hand, left foot on the floor. Lighten the right knee off the floor. Maybe bring the left elbow to the outside and try to lift it a little higher. Really finding your side core. Here, hold it. Nice. Release the right knee down. Push your hips forward. Start to lighten your right fingers off the floor, and with the help of your core, bring the body upright. Once again, push your hips forward. Lengthen from the front. Bring the arms up over your head and interlace your fingers. Release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Maybe biceps behind your ears. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, bend over to the left. Left shoulder forward, hips forward. Inhale, creating space. Exhale, open the right shoulder a little more. Bring the body upright, same to the other side. Make sure the weight stays also on your left foot. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale over to your right. Not so big side bend, right shoulder forward, really lengthen the right side of your body as well. And come back to the center. Hips forward, tailbone under, start to round down. Really rounding, imagine there's a line up and over that line you want to round down. Keep pushing your hips forward, tucking the tailbone under, slowly reaching the fingers down. And then once you find the floor, really flatten your hands down quite close to your right knee, but enough distance so you can really push the hips forward, tailbone under, press away from the floor, like you really want to press the space between your shoulder blades up to the ceiling, like you were going into your handstand, really pushing away from the floor. Nice. You can tuck your right toes under now. Shift the body weight slightly more onto your right, and can you float the left leg off the floor? And lower. Now the right knee off the floor. Press your right toes down, still tailbone under, right forward. Lower the knee down. Float the left leg off the floor. And lower. Right knee off the floor. And lower. Body weight onto your right, float the left leg. And lower. Right knee off the floor. This time can you maybe lighten the toes off the floor? Really tricky one to find the balance. Tailbone still under as much as you can. And lower the right knee down. Slowly bring the body up. Right. Reach your fingers out to the side. And we're gonna twist over to the left. And then reach your fingers towards the left ankle wherever you can. Stay wherever you are through the length to lower. Take a moment here. Try to press the pinky toe side of your left leg down or left foot down. For the twist, if you have your right elbow on the floor, keep it there. Just left fingers reaching up to the ceiling. Otherwise, flatten the right hand down and find a twist, creating a little bit more space. Twisting a little deeper. Nice. Bring the hands inside your left foot. Start to flex your left toes up and slowly with the control, bring the hips down to sit onto your right heel if that's possible. And fold forward over your left leg. Flex your left toes up. Right hand back behind you. Swing your fingers up and over, hips forward, chest up. Open the front side of your body. Slowly with the control. Sit down, flex your left toes and fold forward over your left leg. Again, right hand behind you, swing hips up, chest up, and sit back. Find your toes, fold forward. Inhale, Open your chest. Open your hips. Exhale, find your left toes. Chest forward. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale, this time stay here. See if you can really ground the right hand down, left foot down. Maybe lighten the right knee off the floor, extend your right leg as well. And then with the control, bring the hips down. Legs together, up and over through the length to your Paschimottanasana. Find your toes, your calves. Inhale, creating space, shoulders back, chest forward, and exhale through the length to lower down. Inhale, creating that space that you need to deepen. Nice. And if you feel like, flow through a vinyasa. Once again, take a nice grounding vinyasa in between. Exhale, chaturanga. Also, good moment to connect to your breath again. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, hips up, down dog. Soften your knees, look forward and step your feet outside your hands, coming to your malasana yogi squat. Lower the hips down and take a moment here to find your ground. You can bring your hands together to your heart center, elbows on the inside, gently push the knees open, chest forward. You can shift the body weight a little right and left. Right and left. We're gonna do a little bit of mobility work from here. So actually come more to the center of your mat. So you have a space in front of you as well. Find your yogi squat. If it's possible for you, bring the feet a little bit closer together this time. But any form that works for you. And now start to drop your hips down and then drop your knees over to your right. Come back to the center. Lift your hips up, back into your malasana, weight forward. Same to the left, hips down, drop your knees over to your left, keep the chest open. Back to the center and hips up. Again, drop your knees over to your right. Take a little twist. Back to the center. Weight forward. And drop your knees over to your left. Back to the center to your malasana. Let's add on a little. Drop your knees over to your right. Now, lean the chest forward a little so you can really float the left leg off the floor. Extend the left leg to the side. Swing it all the way in front of you. Point your toes. Again, swing it all the way to the side. Bring the knee down, heel close to you. And come back into your malasana. Same thing over to the other side. Drop your knees over to your left. Lean the chest forward. Float the right knee off the floor. Extend the right leg to the side. Swing it in front of you. Maybe point your toes. Swing it all the way to the side. Lower the knee down, heel down, and back into your malasana. Right side. Drop your knees. Lean the chest forward. Extend the left leg to the side. Swing it all the way in front of you. Point your toes. Double pigeon. Bend your knee again. Can you get the left heel on top of your right knee? Lower the left knee down. Lean the chest over your shins. Body upright. Again, extend your left leg. Swing it all the way to the side. Bend the knee, heel close to you. And bring your body square forward to your malasana. Left side, drop your knees. Chest forward, float the right knee. Extend the leg to the side, swing it in front of you. Maybe point your toes. Bend, heel on top of your knee. Flex your ankles and lean the chest over your shins. Body upright. Once again, extend the right leg. Swing it to the side, bend the knee, heel close to you, and back into your malasana. One more round. Drop the knees. Chest forward, extend the left leg to the side, swing it in front of you. Point your toes, bend it. Double pigeon, lower the chest down. Upright, extend, swing it back behind you. And this time, bring the leg a little bit further behind you. Flex the left toes, press the left knee down, and just lift the left heel up. And lower. And lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Maybe turn your chest a little more towards the left leg. Again, lift the heel. And lower. Makes it a little harder. Really like inner rotating. Lift and lower. Nice. Bring the heel a little bit closer to you and find your way back into your malasana. One more. Drop the knees over to your left. Chest forward. Float the right leg. Swing it in front of you. Point your toes. Double pigeon. Lower the chest over your shins. Release the right leg, swing it to the side, bring the heel a little further out, press the knee down, flex your right toes and lift the heel up. And lower. And lift. Lower. Inner rotate and lower. Maybe turn the chest slightly more over to your right and lift. Lower. Last one. Lower, nice. Bring the heel closer to you and find your way back into your malasana. Like you were going into your headstand, shift the body weight onto your hands, bring the top of your head down where you balance on your headstand, but keep the knees floating off the floor. Requires quite a bit of strength actually. So shift weight forward, hands down, and now bring the top of your head down and press back into your malasana. Again, hands down, you can open your hands a little wider. Bring the top of your head down, bend your elbows. Press back into your malasana. It's actually pretty difficult to keep the knees floating and press strongly. Let's do one more. Head down, knees floating off the floor. And press back. Nice. Now lower the hips down. Low boat. Start to extend your legs. Hover the heels and the shoulder blades off the floor. Press the lower back down. Bend your knees in. Find your malasana again. Low boat, hips down, tailbone under. Extend your fingers and your toes forward. Hover heels and your shoulder blades off the floor. Bend in. Back into your malasana. Again, low boat, extend. In malasana. One more, low boat, extend, hold, hover off the floor. Bend, malasana. And now from malasana to stand up, extend your fingers up to the ceiling. And squat down again. Press from your heels. Extend up to the ceiling. Push your hips forward a little. Activate your glutes. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, up. Can hear my knees cracking nicely. Exhale, lower down. Oof. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower down. Really try to press from your heels. Hips forward a little. And exhale, down. Now let's put all this together. So from your malasana, hands down, shift body weight forward, bring the top of your head down, hips up. Press back into your malasana. Low boat. Hover the heels off the floor, lower back down. Back into your malasana and stand up. Exhale, yogi squat. Weight forward, top of the head down. And press back, heels down. Low boat. Hover the heels and your shoulders. Back into your malasana. Inhale, press from your heels. Exhale, squat down. Again, shift body weight forward, top of the head down. Press back. Low boat. Malasana. Press from your heels. Inhale, stand up. And exhale, squat down. Last round. Bring the top of your head down. Press back. Hold your low boat. Let's hold a little extra here. Try to relax your shoulders. Press the lower back down. Legs active, arms active. Keep breathing. Now bend your knees. Back into your malasana. Press from your heels strongly. Use your glutes. Bring the body upright. And squat down. Let's do a couple more shifts to the top of the head. And now if you feel like, bring the shoulders inside your knees. First try this. So you really want to squeeze in with your knees to your shoulders. And then when you bring the body weight forward, your head is quite close to your hands this time. Maybe bring the weight to your head so you can lighten the toes of the floor. Play safe, toes down, and press from your hands back into your malasana. Again, hands down. Now the head is not as far as in tripod usually, so the head is a little bit closer to your hands. Lighten the feet off the floor. Toes down and press back into your malasana. Few more. Down and press back. Again, shift weight forward. Maybe lighten, maybe even hands are a little bit closer than in tripod, but you can really play around. I just went there without saying anything, so slowly. If you feel like, play around, lift your legs up to your tripod, come back the same way. Always play safe. You always have your freedom though. If you know what to do, go ahead, play around, find your malasana. I just rushed my way there. Felt like fun and inviting. But yeah, in this transition, the hands are maybe a little too close. You want to have that tripod. So if your hands are closer to your head, just play safe. Make sure you have the balance first. Nice. Sit down, bring the soles of your feet together and bounce your knees up and down a couple of times. Relax your hips. And then inhale, lengthen your fingers up to the ceiling and exhale, fold forward. Supta Baddha Konasana. Releasing your forehead a little closer to your floor. You can always use blocks, anything under your forehead. Let's take a moment here. And again, you can also play with the angle of your knees if you want to bring the heels a little bit further out. So it's a different stretch, a little bit more for your outer hips. Here, you really get to stretch your inner thighs as well. Just choose whatever serves you the best today and take a moment, couple of inhales and exhales. slowly start to release. Walk the hands back under your shoulders. Use your hands to bring the knees together. You can take a slight inner rotation. Open your feet, mat distance apart. Flex your toes and just sway your knees side to side, side to side. Nice counter release. Nice. We could actually take a little play with headstand. Feel free to skip it. If you're ready to release into your final Savasana, by all means, go ahead. Stop the video right here or fast forward and just take your Savasana. But if you feel like playing around with the headstand a little more here, we are well prepared for that one. So if you feel like taking your headstand, join me. Let's do the traditional one first to really find the strength for your shoulders as well. So here, make sure when you come to your headstand, you really press the elbows down and keep the body weight also on your elbows. Measure first the distance. So bring the forearms together. Check that the elbows are not too wide. And then interlace your fingers and bring the top of your head down. Right between your fingers. Start to lift your hips up. Already here, make sure you are able to press the elbows down. Maybe you just bend one knee to the chest. Maybe the other. Maybe both knees. Or maybe you really work on your strength and you lighten your feet off the floor. And then through the length, you start to lift up. That way you have the best control also when you get up there. You know when to shift the weight more onto your elbows. Think of a little inner rotation for your thighs. Turn your thighs inwards. Imagine you have something between your ankles, between your thighs you want to squeeze in. Navel in and up. Weight onto your elbows. A little more. Nice. When you feel like ready, slowly with the same control, start to lower the legs down. If possible, work on really slow transitions. So slowly start to lower the legs down. As slow, even slower than you went up. Slowly, slowly. And once you reach the floor, just release the knees down. Stay in your child's pose. Let the forehead rest on the floor. No need to move. Take a moment here. Neutralize your neck, your spine. Find your breath. And slowly walk the hands back on your shoulders, roll up. Maybe that was enough. Or if you still want to play with the tripod now with the right distance, feel free to join me in this one. One more. So in tripod, last time when we worked on the transition, the head was a little too close to the arms, to the hands. So here you really want to make that tripod. So when you bring the head down, make sure you have a right distance to your hands. So you have 90-degree angles on your elbows and you are balancing on the top of your head, the flat part. So find your tripod. Again, check that you can really
Press the hands down, maybe same way, lighten your feet and slowly bring the legs up. You can always lift one leg at a time. Bend your knees, but in the end, I would recommend to work on lifting the legs up together with the help of your core. It's the same with pincha or handstand. When you really work on getting up there with the good control, with the help of your core, more stable it becomes. Tripod, feel free to work on any variation if you wanna open your legs to the side, do a split, or scissor the legs. The other way around. Or maybe even finding your lotus. It's a little bit difficult to get into your lotus here. So you have to kind of walk the foot in. And then same thing, try to lengthen your lower back. Nice, and once you're ready, with the same control, slowly lower your legs down. And take a moment in your child's pose. Just breathe. Release the forehead down, relax your shoulders. Breathe in space between your vertebrae. Try to soften your jaw. And then slowly, once you feel ready, walk the hands back under your shoulders. Roll up, rotate the shoulders back and down, and lie on your back. Hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a tight hug. Maybe rock and roll, a little side to side. Side to side. Happy baby might be a nice one to release the lower back. Your hips, so go over your feet, grab the outer edges, elbows inside. Flex your toes, soles of your feet pointing up to the ceiling, and then you can rock and roll side to side, side to side. Gently bringing the knees a little closer to the floor or just releasing. And depending on your hips, I have a lot of outer rotation myself because I've been dancing my whole life doing ballet. So we work with the really big outer rotation, external rotation all the time. So for me, the happy baby, I actually need to think hugging the knees into my shoulders first and then pressing down. Otherwise, I just outer rotate. So for me, it is more beneficial and actually feels nicer to hug the knees in and then press down, lengthen the lower back down, back of the neck down. So always be curious what your body needs. We are all different. So try different things, different alignments, whatever works for you, whatever feels better in your body. And once you're ready, go ahead, release the arms and your legs down. Let the toes fall outwards, maybe palms facing up. Anything feels good. You can always set a bolster under your knees. Nice one to release the lower back. Move your hips a little side to side. Turn your head a little side to side. Just get comfortable. Lift your chest up. Get the shoulders more underneath. Close your eyes. Soften your face. Love the gravity. Love the feeling like your whole body is sinking down. Your muscles and your bones are really heavy, but you feel a lot of space in your joints, are really spacious. We are always aiming to create some more space in the physical body, but also for the mind, for the new things to come. Enjoy this space you have created for yourself, for your body, for your mind. Really take your time in the final Savasana. I'm gonna jump out here so you can stay as long as you feel, as long as you like today. Yeah, just say big thank you to yourself before leaving your practice, leaving your mat. Thank you once again sharing your practice with me. See you soon. Namaste.